Hey, it's Alyssa, back with another Nintendo Animal Crossing mashup video. I did a video last week, which if you missed it, I'll put a card in the corner so you can check it out, where I mashed this list of 10 Animal Crossing characters I'm putting up on the screen with this list of 10 random Nintendo characters that I'll also play in the background. Basically, I took these two lists, put them on random prize selection wheels, spun the wheels, and got some really interesting mashups. I did 5 last week, and this video is the part 2 with the final 5 mashups, so let's get started. The first mashup I got of these choices was Brewster and Captain Olimar from Pikmin. I had a vague idea of what I wanted to do with this one as soon as I saw the mashup was Brewster. I thought, what can I do with the whole coffee thing? And I thought it might be kind of cute if the Pikmin that he discovers he mistakes for like a coffee bean. Like he's exploring, foraging around, looking for this planet's source of coffee beans or whatever he can use for a new beverage at his cafe. So I'd kind of like that idea, and the red Pikmin kind of does look like a coffee bean. I was googling coffee beans to see what they look like before they, are dried out and turned into coffee, and they kind of look like a little red Pikmin head almost, so I thought it would be appropriate to have him be a little confused about this little guy. And I really enjoyed drawing the Pikmin too. I think it would be fun to do Pikmin fan art, even though I feel like a fake fangirl. Because, and I guess this is the case with a couple of these mashups in this video, is I haven't played, for example, in last week's video, I've never played Splatoon. I just watch people play it because I think it has a really interesting art direction and it's fun to watch, but online multiplayer is not really my thing. And I've never played a Star Fox game just because that type of gameplay never really appealed to me either. But I like all the character designs from these games, so I guess that makes me just as much of a fan as anyone else is a fan of anything for any reason. It's kind of like people who get on people's cases when they cosplay a specific character at a convention, and they feel the need to give you 20 questions about that anime or that show or whatever. It's like, can the person just like the design and want to dress as that character? I think that should be enough qualification to cosplay. It's kind of like at Halloween, we don't grill people about their knowledge of, historical vampire fiction if they want to dress up like a vampire. It's kind of odd. So I guess I'm not a fake fan if I want to draw Pikmin stuff is what I'm getting at here. Because I would like to do Pikmin fan art. The designs of all the Pikmin are very adorable, and I really like the aesthetic of those games, the mix of the whimsical, cute, cartoony nature of all the characters against these lush, natural backgrounds, and the scale that they are. The fact that the trash is very big compared to them is very charming to me. It reminds me of stuff like, any kind of story featuring little mice, how they have to build furniture out of bottle caps and matchboxes and stuff like that. It's very charming to me. And I think it would be a fun challenge to do a more realistic rendering of something, because that's very out of my artistic comfort zone. I tend to do cel-shaded and more cartoony styles of coloring. So I think it would be fun to do a semi-realistic piece of Pikmin fan art. That might be something I tackle later this year. In any event, here's how this mashup turned out. I think it came out pretty cute, and I really like Brewster's confused look on his face, or as expressive as his face can be. And the next mashup I got was another very funny one, Coco and Luigi. I knew this was going to be kind of a cute, quick mashup, more than one I wanted to put a lot of effort into, like some of the ones you'll see later in this video, especially the last one in this video I put more effort into. But this one was just a cute little fun one. Coco's face I think could be great for a whole list of Nintendo mashups. I think it would be fun to see, Coco dressed as every Mario character and every Zelda character. Just something about the vacant, hollow expression is equal parts creepy and cute. It's almost like if Funko Pops were actually cute, instead of just kind of dead-eyed and, not that great looking. I think it's like the Animal Crossing equivalent of a Funko Pop. Would be fun to have a little Coco vinyl that's dressed up as different Nintendo characters. $1 million idea there, guys. I know we finally talked Build-A-Bear into saying that they're going to do Animal Crossing stuff. Maybe a vinyl company will pick up the idea of doing Coco dressed as all the Animal Crossing and Nintendo characters. It might be kind of a fun mashup. So this one, again, really simple coloring. It's just a fun, quick one that I drew. I think this one was maybe the fastest to complete of all the mashups. It just flowed naturally out of the pen, I guess. I knew exactly what I wanted to do as soon as I saw the mashup pop up on the prize wheel. It's kind of just Coco doing Luigi cosplay, but that's also, I think, the funniest solution. You know what would be a terrifying mashup of the same combination is make it much more heavily Luigi, but then just give him the same hollow eyes and mouth and get rid of his nose and make his skin like clay colored. That would be really terrifying. And I don't know if I want to draw that, but if one of you guys listening is an artist or just wants to have some fun doing a weird mashup and you want to draw the terrifying Luigi Coco mashup with the hollow eyes on Luigi's face, feel free to tag me on any social media. I will repost it for you, because that sounds horrifying and I don't know if I want to do it, but I think someone should. So this is the final outcome of this mashup. Cute, simple. Coco looks good dressed as anything, so this was a fun one. And unlike the last one, this is a mashup I put much more effort into, Tom Nook and Rosalina, and I really like how this one came out in the end with all the very galactic colors, the blue, the dark royal blue mixed with those pops of like aqua that Rosalina's known for. I think it came out looking like a really nice Nintendo mashup, which is kind of the vibe I was going for a lot of these. I think this one turned out the way that I think all of these were supposed to look in my mind's eye before I actually sat down to draw them and decided on, like, I don't know, simpler rendering for some of them. If all of them had this much effort, it would have taken me much longer to make this video, I'll just say that, but I am happy I really put 100% into this one and the mashup at the end, and also the Raymond Inkling mashup from last week's video I thought turned out really well as well. The other ones are really cute and fun mashups, but I am particularly proud of those 3 mashups of all of these 10. They're my favorites, I think. And the Judy King DDD one, because I think that one is the funniest mashup of all 10 of them. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with that assessment, if you guys have different favorites from these mashups, or whichever one you think is the funniest one of all the 10. And also let me know what kind of mashups you'd want to see. Somebody said that they really liked the idea I had, mentioned offhandedly of doing a Mario Zelda mashup, and that could be interesting. So I might very well play around with that idea and put together a list of 10 iconic Mario characters and 10 iconic Zelda characters and see how that goes. Because I do think the Zelda mashup of this Animal Crossing Zelda mashup came out pretty well, and I think it would be fun to toy with that. And it would also be kind of an artistic challenge for me, because Mario characters very much my wheelhouse, very simple designs, very cutesy-wootsy, very much something I could do in my sleep. Zelda characters, much more intricate, much more anime, different sharp, pointy designs and intricate details on their outfits, and stuff that's a little bit out of my wheelhouse in terms of stuff I like to draw on my own. So I think that might be kind of an interesting mashup. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you agree that that would be an interesting video idea, or if you have other video game mashup ideas, or even, cartoons you want to see mashed up with Animal Crossing, like Animal Crossing characters drawn as 90s cartoons, or, whatever idea you might have that you think would be kind of cool. Because I like this mashup format, I think it's fun to do. And I do think the side bang is kind of working for Tom Nook here. It kind of gives me a little bit of mid-2000s emo kid, a little bit of that Hot Topic kind of vibe. I'm here for it. I think Tom Nook could definitely pull off an emo look. That might be a weird mashup to do, is like Animal Crossing mixed with, different fashion aesthetics. I don't know. There's all kinds of really weird, stupid, and fun ideas you could do with this whole mashup format that I think would be pretty interesting to see. So again, let me know if you have any weird ideas in the comments. No idea is too stupid, so feel free to just list off the first things that pop into your head. I do have other non-mashup stuff in the works coming over the next couple weeks as well. More Pokemon stuff, more Animal Crossing special characters I still haven't finished posting and drawing and all that fun stuff. But I do want to do more of these mashup videos because I do think they're really fun, and I think they present a lot of really interesting ideas, such as Tom Nook as Rosalina. Here is the final art of him. I think he looks fabulous. I think he looks right at home in his galactic outfit and attire here. I think he came out really cool. And then the last 2 mashups, I got Gracie and Zelda, and then the last mashup I got was Isabelle and Shy Guy, and I'm actually going to go out of order here because I think the Gracie Zelda piece is a good finale piece. The Isabelle Shy Guy piece is actually really cute, I think, but it doesn't make for a dramatic finale, so we're going to work out of order here a little bit. And I wanted to do Isabelle almost like a Halloween, like she's taking a break from trick-or-treating kind of thing, because doing just a Shy Guy with Isabelle's ears or whatever didn't feel like enough of a mix of the two. So I kind of went full costume with this one and just leaned into it being like a cosplay kind of situation. But I wanted it to look like she had a really long night of trick-or-treating and wanted to sit under a tree and catch a break, as Animal Crossing characters tend to love to do, especially with a ice-cold can of pop or a little sandwich or a donut or something like that. So I gave her some little orange soda based on the can from the game. And I think this is one of the ones that I worked on. I only went live on TikTok, I think, 2 times. I'm not nearly as active on TikTok as I should be. TikTok is one of those things that I just don't prioritize, even though I should, because the community on there is actually pretty cool. I get a lot of really nice comments and yada yada. I should go live on there more, but I don't. But one of the times I did go live, I was working on this one, and I was also working on, I want to say, Flick Wii Trainer or something. I can't remember. I worked on a couple of these live on TikTok Live. So if I do go live in the future, it'll probably be over on TikTok because it's just really easy and casual to set up a stream over there. So be sure to give me a follow over there. If I do go live, it'll be on TikTok at completely random days and times. No set schedule for that whatsoever. Just kind of like when I feel like it. But this one was really chill to work on live because, again, it was one of the simpler mashups. This wasn't one that I really wanted to put a lot of time and effort into because I wasn't sure if this would be considered as successful a mashup of some of the other ones like Tom Nook and Rosalina. This one felt much more like, you know, a character doing cosplay of another character more than like they went into some kind of weird blender and here's the result, like the Tom Nook one or Raymond Inkling or whatever. Though I guess the Raymond and Inkling one could be almost a cosplay situation as well because he's not like, his skin color isn't different or whatever. I don't know. I guess they could all be cosplay, Tom Nook included, but I wasn't sure about this one, but it was fun to work on and I think it's a cute picture in any event. I like the idea of Isabelle getting exhausted from trick-or-treating. And I also really like the idea that Animal Crossing villagers get exhausted from the most basic of tasks because their life is, you know, exceedingly simple. They do literally nothing all day and they get exhausted by it. It's very much like the life of an average house cat. So they need to take breaks. And when Isabelle needs to sit and take a break from trick-or-treating, this is how she would look, I think, if she were dressed as Shy Guy. I like this one anyway, even if it was simpler. And last but certainly not least is Gracie Grace as Zelda. If New Horizons is your only Animal Crossing game, just know that Gracie Grace, the giraffe, is a fashion and clothing designer from the previous games who had her own like fashion and furniture boutique, and also in the original Animal Crossing you like washed her car for her in order to get rare items. I'm pretty sure was the reward. She'd give you clothes or something like that. I know her mainly from New Leaf because all the Gracie furniture sets were my favorites, especially the Gracie furniture set. I'll put a picture on screen here if I remember. I really like this really bold color scheme and sleek furniture style, and I really desperately wish it was in New Horizons, and I really wish Gracie had a boutique, if not a building that you can put on your island, maybe an upstairs extension of the store, or like a separate island you could visit to go shop or whatever. They just need to add her back into the game really badly. She has some of the best furniture sets. We are really missing so many furniture sets from New Horizons, aren't we? But that's not what this video is about. I have complained about New Horizons in many a video. We won't do it for too long in this video, but bring back Gracie and bring back her furniture. But this one, it was like almost the most obvious choice for Zelda, and the wheel just happened to give it to me. Just because I think the nice, long, lean neck and body of the giraffe character works really well for this very tall, slender princess character. And all, you know, the symmetrical head-on view. Not only did I do it because it's quite frankly quite a bit easier because you can, you know, make half of this design and mirror it as you're seeing me do here in the speed paint. It was easier, but also I think it's a nice dramatic angle to do sometimes. It can be a cop-out to do something that's facing head-on and is very symmetrical and whatnot. But I think in this instance, when it's a very like dramatic royal character, I think it works pretty well. And I really enjoy how I did the coloring for this one. I was really leaning heavily into the color scheme of, I know there's different versions of Princess Zelda throughout all the different games, but the one I grew up with was the N64 Princess Zelda. That's the version of the princess that I grew up with, so I really leaned into those pinks and purples as the color scheme for this one. And I think pink, purple, and like warm gold and yellow shades all work really well to make this nice, warm, soft, fluffy kind of look to the whole thing. Worked really well with Gracie's color scheme, mixed with the hair that she got, the new wig she's wearing for this particular mashup. I was just really proud of this one overall. I think it came out really soft and pretty, and I think it was one of the more successful mashups. Again, this one, the Tom Nook one, and the Raymond Inkling one from my previous video have got to be my top 3 favorite mashups from out of these 10. I think the Mario Zelda mashup video would be a really good idea because it would kind of push me to get out of my style comfort zone, like I mentioned before, but also I want to do more action-packed dramatic poses, maybe like slashing a sword or jumping in the air or something like that. I have very, my comfort zone is more static poses, sitting, laying down, and stuff very casual, comfy, cutesy types of poses like that. So it would be a good creative challenge, I think, to do more action-packed Zelda type of poses. But all in all, I really enjoyed working on these mashups, and I cannot wait to do more of them. So let me know in the comments what kinds of mashups you'd like to see. And if you want to become one of the coolest people on earth, like these 2 cool cats who are 2 awesome friends of mine who became my 2 first patrons, you can head over to patreon.com/AlyssaAaron. I will be uploading real-time paint footage of basically everything I upload on YouTube. There's already quite a few videos up there now. And you also get your name at the end of the credits of my video, which is pretty cool, and you get to support somebody that hopefully you enjoy because, I mean, you made it this far in the video, right? Free ways to support me if you don't have the money for Patreon right now is subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like this video if you liked it, and head over to alyssaaron.com/hi and sign up for my monthly newsletter. I send it on the first day of the month because nobody likes spam. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.